Happy Friday, May 8th, ladies and gentlemen. It finally happened. Microsoft gave us a sneak peek of gameplay from third-party developers. Well, I guess we can all agree that the term gameplay was a little misused in this instance. But you know what? I still enjoy the event, and all in all, this was also a chance to see what other games indirectly will be coming to other platforms as well. Yes, some of these titles will be exclusive or a temp exclusive to Xbox, and I'm thinking Call of the Sea and The Medium. However, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Madden 21 and Dirt 5 will be coming to PlayStation 5, PC and also Google Stadia. Before we go ahead though, some very interesting details emerged from a conference call that EA had with investors to show them their Q4 financial results. We now know that some EA titles will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, as well as Google Stadia. Also, more interestingly, EA's CFO, Blake Jorgensen, stated, and I quote, "The games we're launching for this current generation of consoles will also be upgraded for free for the next generation of consoles." Is this perhaps a hint of Sony's response to the Xbox Smart Delivery? Well, we'll have to wait and see to find out. Without further ado, here's the thoughts and comments from last night. We've got a new entry for today, just subbing in for our dear friend Claudio. We send our regards to Claudio. He was battling with airlines as he's trying to get back to his homeland, which is also my homeland.
As always.
As always, right? So he couldn't be with us today, but we've got these lovely bearded men right underneath my...
We miss you, Claudio. We miss you. You'll still be in our hearts. Always there, brother.
Yeah. To my right, I think it is my right, I've got Rick.
Yeah. Hello world. Hello fans. To my below is young David.
Oh,
young David, I love what you did there. I really love what you did there.
Yeah, thank you. I've been practicing all week.
Yeah. And Dave, actually, you've met not officially, but...
To my right, we have our special guest.
Yeah, Danny. There we go. It's clearly not been shaving this quarantine.
None of us have. None of us have.
Yeah, but he really probably way less than anyone else. So yeah, like you look like a political refugee, you know that.
guys, I mean, I've been busy playing games. I don't have time to shave.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Of course.
Okay.
We had an Xbox event just a few hours ago, literally 2 hours ago. We had a sneak peek at some of the first third-party titles. So unfortunately, there wasn't any first-party titles in the event. However, they said first-party titles will be revealed in July. So July is that month for Microsoft to showcase their first-party entries. So we're talking about Obsidian games, we're talking about Ninja Theory, so Hellblade. We're also, it was also confirmed that Halo Infinite is on track. So Halo Infinite is coming. Yeah, it's not going to be delayed apparently. But anyway, let's go ahead and deep dive into this. So we were looking at some footage of these games. There were some gems, some third-party stuff. Well, mostly third-party stuff, of course.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing that really made me curious is that there were a lot of mature horror thriller kind of games. And this is, by the way, it's called The Medium, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a bit of a change in some respect for Xbox. So it looks like Xbox is diving a little bit more into the mature themes, with also considering Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's your impression, guys? Any thoughts, anything that
Yeah, I mean, it looks, the first little shots there were amazing, weren't they? They were like, the graphics on those were just next level. Like, that's... And but it does like that. It does like seem like they're diving a little bit deeper in that. That darker tone, which is interesting. I mean, these look great. These are really good.
No, it is very interesting. My interest was piqued. This is, by the way, this is called Call of the Sea.
Call of the Sea.
This was one of the games showcased. It kind of looks, once again, we're saying this a lot these days, but it kind of looks like Breath of the Wild kind of thing. Yeah, Call of the Sea. Of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was showcased. We're gonna play it in a second. Gameplay, of course. This is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline 2. It was a very creepy, spooky, dark trailer. If you have not watched it, go and watch it, because it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he stole some of your moves there, Dave.
That man has taken my jig, and I don't like it.
But it was first person, with a lot of, like, you know, in regards to vampires and Bloodline, a lot of, like, you know, parkour stuff. I actually think I'm interested in this game. I'll probably check it out. And the trailer was actually something to look at. It was really
That horrible little dummy thing's creepy.
So yeah, we had a bunch of titles such as these. You're looking at Scarlet Nexus. Very interesting. Kind of like setting a cyberpunky kind of like environment.
Everyone will flock to it because it's like it's the closest thing you can get to cyberpunk at the minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once again, a creepy game. You see.
Yeah.
Looks a bit.
Right. Weird creatures coming from the unknown and coming into planet Earth, and now you are playing like someone that can supposedly stop these creatures, mechanical crocodiles and all. So yeah, this is big publisher Bandai Namco behind this game. Actually, look at this. This is a game where, I don't know, you're shooting at dinosaurs.
Interesting.
You really hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah. The opening shot was literally shooting a dinosaur.
Yeah,
and you
like,
just
It's a game where you shoot some dinosaurs.
What else can I say? I mean, you're shooting at dinosaurs. Sold. Like, take my money.
The only better thing would be being a dinosaur shooting at humans. I think
Probably that'll be a great concept. So
I disagree. Riding a dinosaur, shooting dinosaurs.
Also, right. So we have margin of improvement.
Yeah.
How about riding a dinosaur shooting robots?
Riding a dinosaur shooting robots. That would be a great game. Riding a dinosaur robot, Horizon Zero Dawn, shooting at real dinosaurs. That's the final thing.
These are all the
Is that a DeLorean?
Look, there's a lot of cyberpunk, themed games coming out. This is called Bright Memory Infinite. It was the first game being showcased today. You're looking at Dirt 5, which is from Codemasters. So, sports car racing. If you are a fan of the genre, once again, great graphics.
Yeah, amazing graphics.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And Codemasters, we all know Codemasters, great developer, and I love their games. Also, we'll be looking at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So you're looking at direct footage of Valhalla in-game. This is in-game engine, so it's not a CGI made-up kind of like post-produced trailer.
Wow.
Yeah. So all games, by the way, were optimized for the Xbox Series X, so that is a thing. Bear in mind, all these games will probably see for the PS5 again. Assassin's Creed Valhalla for sure, Dirt 5 for sure, Vampires Bloodline for sure. So these are not exclusives, so to speak.
Yeah. And I guess in this trailer, we kind of see that you do travel around. Or it's like you do travel around the UK, right? Or what is England?
Norway, and bits of England, namely London, York, which name was Jorvik. And I don't remember what other cities.
No, but looks great. I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, I'm sold. I'm sold.
No, it does. So yes, there's one thing that we need to add about all these games, which is great. I'm gonna actually say Microsoft, well done, because I don't recall. I might be wrong. Dave might help me here, but I don't recall this being done in the past. So say you purchase Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the Xbox One currently. If you then buy an Xbox Series X, that game will be in your Xbox Series X as well.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. This thing is called Smart Delivery. So whatever all the games, but basically Microsoft said this is a function. that we're making available, right? Then it's up to the developers if they want to use it or not. But for example, Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red said we're going to use this. So if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 for the Xbox One and you upgrade to Xbox Series X, the game's there as well for free. You don't need to repurchase it.
I haven't heard of that before, actually.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have. That's a big draw, isn't it? They're really casting the line, and they are pulling people in.
You know,
Yeah.
why should I pay for the game for the same game?
Yeah, no,
So,
completely agree.
Yeah.
Why should you pay for the same game twice?
Yeah, which is great. You know, well done, Microsoft. Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley is organizing this to give us something instead of E3, and I'm actually stoked. It's going to be all summer from May to August 2020, and we're talking about an industry-wide celebration of video games. That's how they present it. You can have an event every month, really. So you can see the schedule. That, you know, if you go into their website, you can subscribe to the calendar and have it on iCal, Google Calendar, or Outlook, whatever you use. First event was today, as you can see, the Inside Xbox that we just took a look at. The second event will be May 12th, and it's about a surprise game reveal. I don't know what that will be. We can talk about it later, maybe. But yeah, I mean, great alternative. Great alternative to
Definitely.
E3. So I am definitely sold. I'm looking forward to this. And Sony's on board with this apparently as well. So we might see some PlayStation 5 stuff in here, actually, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah, but Sony, let's segue to Naughty Dog.
Yes.
Go.
Whoa, Naughty Dog. So Naughty Dog, we know about the leaks. And by the way, Sony actually declared to GameIndustry.biz that they have caught the responsibles for this. So we're talking about multiple people. Apparently they were not, as Sony declares, linked with Sony or Naughty Dog directly. Apparently they were hackers. Sony didn't confirm this.
Oh.
Insider knowledge says that they were hackers. So obviously they'll most likely face legal action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess, right? But anyway, it's actually good to know that it's not someone at Naughty Dog, although, because it was theorized that, you know, Naughty Dog, notoriously, they crunch a lot during video games. Once again, if you don't know what crunching is basically a phenomenon where a lot of game devs actually work overtime to finish their games and meet those deadlines to, you know, because profits have to be made, right? You want to release a game on time and ideally as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Now, what you're looking at right now is Amy Hennig, former Naughty Dog employee. She was the creative director and lead script and screenwriter for minor games such as Uncharted 1, 2, 3. Love this woman. In October 2016, she did an interview with Idle Thumbs in a game podcast, and she did say stuff like, you know, that Naughty Dog is pretty notorious for its crunch culture, and the whole time that she was at Naughty Dog, so 10.5 years, she's never worked less than 80 hours per week. Which is insane. And she said, you know, there were exceptions where it was like, okay, let's take a couple of days off, but it was pretty much 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
My God.
Yeah. Also, you know, Naughty Dog current vice president, who is also the creative director of Last of Us, as well as Uncharted 4. Very known name in the industry. We're talking about Neil Druckmann. So Neil Druckmann, you can see here, has talked about crunching openly in the past, and, you know, it didn't make it sound like it was a bad thing in the sense that it made it sound like this was up to you. Like Naughty Dog apparently wasn't forcing anyone to stay those long hours. By the way, this was also validated former Naughty Dog employees that they said that it was up to you. It was like you deciding to stay longer because you wanted to really have your game coming up.
Yeah.
But
But that's kind of, it's one of those things though. It's like, imagine, it's like when someone says, guys, you know, we're not going to expect you to stay.
Yeah.
But if you go, all right, cool, bye, like you're judged because other people will stay.
Yeah, the emotional pressure.
Yeah, there is that side of it, I suppose.
Emotional peer pressure. Probably that was the case. And obviously VP saying that I don't really take into account. Although there was a former employee who currently doesn't work at Naughty Dog that stated after he quit Naughty Dog that Naughty Dog wasn't forcing anyone. So I don't know. Anyway, the interesting part is that Jason Schreier, who's a former editor at Kotaku, covered the crunching phenomenon various times, right? In his book, Blood, Sweat and Pixels, he apparently dedicated a whole chapter about Uncharted 4 and how games such as Uncharted and The Last of Us were completed with employees staying late, very late in the office, even 2 or 3 a.m., hellish period of overtime, and, you know, endless hours of working. However, recently declared that despite the controversies about working practices, Naughty Dog extended pay and healthcare benefits for all contractors during the coronavirus outbreak, which is generous for a US company. I've got a feeling that this was probably coming from Sony's fund relief. Sony put aside $100 million and, did some helping with the coronavirus, which was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Sony.
Well done, Sony. Also, on brighter news, there was The Last of Us 2 trailer was released. Guys.
This was the thing.
Hell yeah. So, trailer released again. This is,
Do you know what? Every time I see Joel, I convince myself that eventually, one day, if I will it long enough, I can try and look like him.
We all wish that.
Yeah. No. Every time I see him, I'm like, man, I just want to look like Joel. If I just really wish hard enough.
I think I've got more chance of looking like Ellie.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I sometimes mistake you for Ellie in the game.
That's okay. That's fine.
Oh, Dave.
She's really cool.
Dave, what are you doing in my game? Get out.
God.
I mean, look at this scene. They're just amazing, bloody hell.
Yeah.
So games confirmed. Obviously, we know the release date, as we said last week. Games coming out. It's gone gold. This is the new trailer. Go on YouTube, watch it. It was... I loved this trailer. Really, really good. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, if you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel. It does help. On our next episode, will we be talking about all the streaming services available out there? PS Now, Nvidia GeForce Now, Shadow Tech, as well as Google Stadia. Are these services worth your time and money? Well, to find out, tune in on Sunday, May 10th here on YouTube. We'll see you then. Have a great one.